Have you ever wanted to create a really compact combo lock where any button that is in the incorrect order automatically resets? So even if we do 1, 2, 3, and then a random one, or if we do like, I don't know, this, that, it's not going to work. Or if we do like out of order, it's not going to work, but if we do it in the exact order, I one tick pulse the last one, but if I do it a little bit slower, it'll stay on there. There we go. And it's a little bit of a mess, but I'm going to show you guys how to do it. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to create our wall of buttons. You can actually use an infinite amount of buttons if you wish. This is just for the 4-digit one. I do have other tutorials for longer ones. And then you're going to need to converge all those buttons into one input. Then you're going to have one that could be toggled on or off. Then you're going to have sensing if it's the right output, and then the inverse of that output. And then we're going to do a bunch of other stuff as well. So let's see. This is going to be an OR gate, an XOR gate. This one is also going to be an OR gate. This one's going to be a NOR. And then what we're going to do is we're going to place 2 NOR gates here. We're going to grab our self-wired XOR gates. Just going to make sure they're right side up because OCD are not, apparently. We're going to place that one there. And that one there. Then we need our inputs for it. So we're going to place 2 gates. One's going to be on NOR. This OR gate's going to go into those. And then we have to have these going into that. And this is just a, how do I put this? It takes any amount of inputs and will automatically progress this binary counter by 1 stage. And the reason we'll need that is because we'll have 4 different inputs all going into that OR gate there. And this is what will detect if it's the right combo or not. Then we will have our output lock, which will just be a simple NOR latch, or NOR OR latch. And all you're going to do is you can go down, down, right, back and forth. And the way you can test that this works is if we place down some buttons, you'll notice that one toggles it on, the other one toggles it off. And the reason I prefer doing it this way is because if you one tick pulse it, it'll automatically reset. So even if you reset it, or even if you toggle in the wrong direction, it will reset. And if I put on a lift, it will automatically reset. So unlike normal NOR OR logic, right, that one will just spaz out as soon as you put on a lift. So I prefer doing it like this. With that extra AND gate there, works wonderfully. Otherwise, you would just have your NOR OR or NOR AND loop with an extra AND in there just to self-reset itself, which is nice. Then we're going to have the reset mechanism for these, which is just 4 more gates. And this will go from this XOR straight across, this XOR straight across. Then we're going to have from this XOR into both of those, and then we're going to loop it back into itself. And now what we're going to do is we're going to take, since these ones are NORs, we're going to have those being the inverse of these, which is what's going to have our decimal output of our binary counter. And the way we'll do that is we'll have this one, actually we'll do this one being the first cell. Right, so what we're going to do is we're going to assume both of them are off, which means these 2 XOR gates are going to be off. Next one is going to be the first one being on, so stage 1 or cell 2. Then we're going to have the next one on, this one off, because remember this is the inverse of that, so it would be as if it's off. Then we're going to have everything's on, which means you're on the last stage. When that last stage is inputted, we're also going to have that going into our counter here. I'm going to preemptively put our light down, and I'm going to have it come from this one here, from this one right here. And then our reset will go from our XOR gate here into that one there. So anytime we input the wrong input, it's automatically going to reset our light here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to input all of these buttons again, this is why I say you can use an infinite amount of buttons, into this OR gate. And then that OR gate is going to go into this XOR gate. And this is the part where you decide what combination you want. Because pretty much all this logic's done here, but you still need to decide what combination you want. So for example, if I want to go, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, and 4, what we're going to do is we're going to go 1 into cell 1, 2 into cell 2, 3 into cell 3, and 4 into cell 4. And you notice it's all resetting itself. As it says it's the right input, but I assure you as soon as you press any of these buttons it won't work. But now if we go 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I did something here. Give me 1 second here. Yeah, okay, so every time I build this I always make the same mistake. I keep forgetting to put these into this XOR gate here, which is kind of the main reason this whole thing works. There we go. And then now, let's see, let's just click a random button to reset it. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Oh, our output is on, but this didn't actually swap. Curious. Why did this not toggle? It's clearly going into it. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Why is that not toggling? It is clearly going from button... Wait, oh, I'm clicking the wrong one. Oh, well that makes sense. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Hey, there we go. I was just pressing the wrong buttons. That makes sense. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Yeah, because this is the last one. If I would have swapped it, it's like if we want the last button to be this one over here, we'll just, change it to that one there. So now we press anything to reset. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Yeah, and that light stays on. Then to reset again, you just press any wrong button and it will reset. So that's not too bad for a logic circuit. As I mentioned before, there are more digits if you ever want to do those. So yeah, this is the more compact version of that logic. I decided to make it a little bit messy here instead of spaced out, but it's the same thing here. And then just putting it into a little shell, which is how that one works. And then this is the 8-digit one. Main difference is it has 1 extra bit, so it can store double the amount of numbers. And then it has to have a larger binary to decimal display, just because you have to read each individual output, or technically input, to see if it's correct. And then you have the 16-digit version, which again has 1 more bit and then double the amount of inputs to check if it's right, because you need 16 in sequence. And no, I have not compacted it yet, but that's how much logic it would take. Not too bad for 16 digits for a combination, but yeah, no, this is going to be a mess. It was already enough of a pain in the arse to do this one, because this one's not too bad, but this one was oof. That one took a good hour. This one took like, what, 10 minutes? Not even? Then this is just, I don't know, I don't want to spend like 2 or 3 hours on that. But yeah, if there's any logic you guys want to know how to build or having issues with, just let me know in the comments down below, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye! Do you guys ever just get like music stuck in your head for an entire day?